2 years, we bring you IHSA basketball. The last IHSA state tournament game was played on this court back in 2020. Excuse me, the 3A and 4A girls played the last day of the season, and we haven't had an IHSA March Madness game since then. After the pandemic, we only have the signs of March Madness. Lee Hall, Patricia Babcock McGraw with you here for Class 1A state basketball. And Trish, first and foremost, it's just great to be back here playing basketball again.
It is great to be back after 2 years off. These girls are so excited to be here. We have some first-timers, so we're just excited to get this going.
We've got the #1 team in Brimfield. Maybe thought they should have been here before. And a team from Neoga that really survived a lot of scares in the postseason.
Absolutely. This is what, makes champions, those tough moments, the ups and the downs. I just think that at this point, everybody has a clean slate, and they're just excited to be here and excited to move through and win a championship.
Here's what's coming your way today from Redbird Arena on IHSA TV. Neoga and Brimfield kick things off. Galena and Serena. They rhyme, and they're playing for a state semifinal for a bid for a state championship game matchup. Then in 2A, it's traditional power Quincy Notre Dame taking on maybe the favorite Pana in Class 2A. Fieldcrest and Winnebago wrap up the daytime sessions. We will have consolation games here tonight. It's the new format. We've got 6 games today, 6 games tomorrow, and 4 championship games on Championship Saturday. Our key players, first for the top-ranked Brimfield Indians, is Ella Loon.
Well, Ella Loon is a 6-footer with range. She leads the team in threes and is averaging nearly 20 points per game. She stepped up and hit some really big threes in the tournament, including the super sectional. She will be playing next year at Eastern Illinois. Now for Neoga, Sydney Richards is a junior who gets a lot of praise from her coaches for how calm, cool, and collected she is, which is something that Neoga is going to need in its very first appearance in the state finals. Richards leads the team in scoring at nearly 15 points per game. She has size at 6 feet and can go inside or out.
March Madness is back. The IHSA Girls Basketball Championships presented by Country Financial and OSF Healthcare. Starting lineups coming up next.
You ever been so lost that you just can't?
IHS.
Lee Hall, Patricia Babcock McGraw with you for 1A state basketball here at Redbird Arena. Let's now go to our PA announcer, Jeff Fritzen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before our soloist sings the national anthem, we ask you to remember and honor the men and women of the United States Armed Forces serving throughout the world with this moment of silence. Thank you. And now we ask you to join our guest soloist, Andrew Short, a student in Normal Community High School, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
official. We are back, and here are our officials. David Bishop, David Hill, and Chris White calling the action here. Congratulations to them on being selected for the state finals.
Parents and spectators, we request your cooperation.
Brimfield comes in at 29-4, taking on Neoga 28-7. We mentioned Brimfield, top-ranked, unbeaten in their conference. They went 16-0 a year ago in the COVID-shortened season. Neoga technically unranked, but 14th in the voting overall. Now it's time for our starting lineups.
First, the non-starters from Neoga High School. Number 10, a freshman, Bryn Richards. Number 11, a junior, Allison Warman. Number 15, a sophomore, Natalie Odell. Number 22, a sophomore, Allison Sampson. Number 23, a sophomore, Gracie Eaton. Number 33, a junior, Carly McKinney. And number 35, a freshman, Adley Osborne. And now the non-starters for Brimfield High School. Number 2, a sophomore, Kylie Vaughn. Number 3, a junior, Taylor Wewell. Number 5, a senior, Maddie Hesse. Number 15, a sophomore, C.J. Troxel. Number 22, a freshman, Ava Hines. Number 23, a sophomore, Olivia Kappas. And number 25, a sophomore, Sienna Meyer. And now the OSF Healthcare starting lineups. First for Neoga, a junior, number 24, Sydney Hackman. A junior, number 25, Sydney Richards. A senior, number 30, Avery Fearday. A senior, number 31, Trista Moore. A sophomore, number 45, Haley Campbell. And now for Brimfield, a senior, number 4, Sophie Bedell. A junior, number 10, Ellie Doe. A sophomore, number 12, Elin Peterson. A senior, number 20, Ella Loon. And a senior, number 21, Jacqueline Fabry. The Neoga Indians bring a 28-7 record into today's game. They are coached by Tim Romack in their 10th year with a record of 179 wins, 110 losses. She's assisted by Seth James. The Brimfield Indians bring a 29.
All right, there are the starters for both sides. Hackman, Richards, Fearday, Moore, and Campbell for Neoga. For Brimfield, it's Bedell, Doe, Peterson, Ella Loon, who we mentioned earlier, and Jacqueline Fabry.
From Greenfield, David Bishop.
This is Neoga's first ever trip to state. For Brimfield, they were 4th back in 2009 under head coach Jim Blaine. Maribeth Dura is the head coach now. She took over for Blaine and carried on that great Brimfield tradition. Kim Romack is the head coach for Neoga. She told us earlier this week that she thought everybody from Neoga was at the Super Sectional. I think they all made the trip today, too, Trish.
We've got some loud, boisterous fans on both sides, all in red. The stadium is red. This is one big sea of red. Everyone's excited and ready to go.
Brimfield gets the tip quickly ahead to Peterson. Elin Peterson averages 12 a game, and Brimfield scores almost before the clock started.
Right away, Brimfield out with the press. That's their signature. They love to put pressure on the basketball in the backcourt.
Sydney Richards, the junior, hears it from the Brimfield crowd. So both schools' colors are red and white, and both schools are Indians. So we'll try to keep it all straight for you. Neoga man-to-man here. Here's Ella Loon. She can score from just about anywhere. Splits the double team and scores. Ella Loon with 20 points a game.
Showing some strength there between two defenders. That was a nice, strong move.
Foul against Elin Peterson. First team foul.
Elin Peterson.
There's Maribeth Dura. In her 6th year, 139 and 38. She had daughters that played for Jim Blaine back in the day, and one of them, Kennedy, is on the bench with her today. 1 minute gone, 4-0 Brimfield. Trista Moore from the wing. And here comes Brimfield. They'll get it up the floor quickly. Fabry short on the three. Neoga 6-2 in their National Trail Conference play this year. Just 3rd in the conference, but here they are in the Final Four. From the elbow, Neoga is on the board. Haley Campbell, the sophomore from outside.
Brimfield kind of packing it in, forcing that outside shot, but nobody came out to challenge that outside shot.
Loon called for the travel. There's Kim Romack, the Neoga alum. She is in her 10th year as head coach. Her head coach when she played at Neoga, Seth James, is on the bench with her as an assistant. And it's Campbell again strong to the hoop. She averages 8 a game. We're tied. Loon will go to the free throw line.
It's good movement without the basketball. A nice cut. Loon, you can tell she just has those characteristics of a Division I basketball player going to be playing at Eastern Illinois. Moves well, doesn't always have to have the basketball to make a difference.
70% free thrower. That foul was on Avery Fearday. Here you get a good look at Ella, 20 points, 9 boards a game, and she only averages about 19 points a game because things usually aren't close after halftime. Richards. Nobody stopped her. Loon will pick up the foul as she guards her down low on the drive.
And that's what happens sometimes, is the risk reward of a pressure defense in the backcourt. If a team can break you down, there are those open lanes to the basket, and there Richards taking advantage.
Sydney Richards is a 6-foot junior. She's 73% at the line this year for the Indians. Neoga on top. Early going here at Redbird Arena. Elin Peterson takes it, doesn't score. She is so good at getting to the basket.
Very quick first step. Check out that pressure. The pressure from the backcourt extends into the front court for Brimfield. They like those traps, especially down in the corner. You see right here, that's kind of It's kind of a bad spot. A good spot for the Brimfield pressure, though.
Richards missed. Great passing of the basketball inside. And Brimfield gets it to Sophie Bedell for the easy 2. Foul against Brimfield here on the trap. It goes against Sophie Bedell, her first.
Well, we've seen a couple of early fouls here with the pressure, but that will wear on a team as well. Even though you're racking up the fouls against your opponent, you're still having to deal with that pressure up and down the floor. It starts to wear on you.
Richards drives the lane and scores.
A nice little
half a game for her.
Move with the left hand. Richards, she leads this team in scoring. You can tell she is just ready to attack the rim down at the other end.
Whistle against Neoga.
Take a look here, nice and strong with the left hand. Nice, confident move by Sydney Richards.
Free ball is off the mark. And a long rebound saved by Brimfield.
Oh, nice.
Loon gives it up, gets it back, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Hard to teach sometimes players after they give up the basketball, often stand and watch, and this is twice now that we've seen Ella Loon move very well without the basketball. She passes off to a teammate and then cuts to an open spot, finds herself wide open under the basket.
Haley Campbell picked up the foul. Ella Loon, a 2-time first-team All-Stater, just got named to the first-team All-State for the second time yesterday. She's got 5. Brimfield's up 1. You can see the versatility of Loon right there. She's 30 feet from the basket playing defense. She can score outside, inside, and everywhere in between. Avery Fearday on the board. Three-point attempt. No good that time. Campbell put it on the floor, almost turned it over. Now the 3 for Richards is good. Just 5 of 32 behind the arc this year.
That was a nice display of patience by Neoga, just really trying to work the ball, make Brimfield work in the half-court set, and just wait until you can find that open shooter.
Inside to Loon.
Again, with the nice cuts, Loon just finds a way to get herself open, especially around the rim.
They gave Richards a 2 on that last basket, by the way. Another tie-up on the rebound. Boy, this has been a heck of a game so far. Back and forth. It's Neoga with the 1-point edge. Back at Redbird Arena, Illinois State University Class 1A State Championship basketball is underway. Menards, save big money on all your home improvement needs. Brimfield winning 12 straight coming into this game. Neoga, a 6-game streak. They really kind of limped to the finish line in the regular season, losing 3 of their last 5.
Well, sometimes that kind of a thing can really motivate a team. You kind of dig deep and look within and try to really assess what's going wrong. And that was clearly a fire that Neoga needed to start the tournament.
Little pick and roll, Loon and Bedell. Bedell with the bucket. She's got 4.
Brimfield 5 field goals, all made inside the paint. They are getting very good-looking shots, high percentage shots at the basket.
Bedell pokes it away, can't control.
Bedell, she's got that length, 5'11", able to get into the passing lanes and cause havoc not only in the full court press, but there in the half court as well.
Richards tripped up and travels. A couple of pretty competitive super sectionals for both teams. Brimfield winning by 3 over second-ranked Oakville. Oakville had a shot to tie in the last seconds. Neoga was down 14 to Goreville in the 4th quarter and came roaring back to knock off the Black Cats and get to Redbird Arena. 1-point game here. Richards got a hand on it. I don't know which coach said it, but one coach talked about getting here this year, not having the practice day to shoot around. Do you think that might be intentional by Brimfield to try and get those inside looks and not have to worry about the depth perception and everything right away?
I think both teams want to try to work their way from the inside out, just trying to get used to the rims here.
Just as I said that, there was a 3-point attempt. Emma Loon now has 9 points. Campbell tries to get it to Fearday and does. Now she gets it back. Bouncing no good for the sophomore. A minute to go here, first quarter. Brimfield up 3. The 6-0 run by the Indians. Loon's shot no good. Neoga cannot control, and it'll stay with Brimfield. Inbounds to Bedell, blocked away. See how Brimfield wants to play it here. 47.6 and a 3-point lead in the first. Ellie Doe into the lane. She pops. 5'7" junior.
And that was a nifty little fake there. And by Doe, beautiful jump shot. A nice mix of inside and out so far for Brimfield.
5-point lead is the biggest for Brimfield. 22 to go here, first quarter. Fearday gives inside. Campbell off the glass.
Campbell is steady. She is a nice presence in the lane for Neoga. They need to be feeding her the ball as much as possible. She's been excellent inside so far.
Ella Loon, spin move, has a block by Richards, and that's how the first quarter will end. Very competitive first quarter here as Neoga trails Brimfield by 3. Little defense here from the Neoga Indians. Welcome back to Redbird Arena. Lee Hall, Patricia Babcock-McGraw with you, along with Sarah Palczewski. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, guys. How are you? I just spoke with both coaches before the game. Coach Kim Romack from Neoga told me that they are treating this as a business trip. Now, they did get here super early before the game to kind of soak in the atmosphere. But once they took the court, it was business as usual. And I think that shows right now. Now, when we go to Brimfield, Coach Mary Beth Dura said that their team motto is unfinished business. And they are playing with that right now. Back to you guys.
All right, Sarah, thanks a lot. Yeah, Brimfield 16-0 last year. You combine it with their start this year, they won 24 straight, and you talk to the girls and they feel like they should have had a state championship or at least a pretty good run at one a year ago. Trista Moore off the bounce, no good that time. 6 lead changes, 3 ties in that first quarter. Poked away here by Jacqueline Fabry, and she will take it in all the way. Fabry, a 5'9" senior.
You know, I was really impressed with the first quarter that Neoga had in terms of limiting turnovers. They took care of the ball, just 2 in that first quarter for the Neoga Indians, but that's a big area where Brimfield can be dangerous, is just their pressure and that time scoring off of it.
And that's the kind of thing, isn't it, Trish? It's kind of like running the football. It kind of wears on you throughout the game and becomes more effective possibly as the game goes on, as we see Loon score in transition.
Neoga wanted to get a timeout right away, just not liking the start to this second quarter. A turnover there, and Brimfield capitalizing off of the steal, and then again down low with Loon, as she has really been on to start this game. She already has 11 points for Brimfield. Neoga kind of sensing a momentum shift there by Brimfield and wanting to nip that in the bud. But you mentioned just the wear and tear of a pressure defense like Brimfield plays. You break the press in the backcourt, get into the half court, and it continues. And that over the course of an entire game gets very tiring, not only physically but mentally. I thought Neoga's done a nice job so far, but that turnover to start the second quarter here, you don't want that to kind of unravel and lead in, kind of snowball and lead into more turnovers.
Nobody likes to be guarded 94 feet for the entirety of a game, but that will happen against Brimfield. Fear Day, pull up, good. 5'8" senior, she averages 7 a game. That 7-point lead was the biggest of the game for Brimfield. And a turnover. Three turnovers for each team. Campbell tries to get it inside. Richards has trouble corralling it. Does get it and scores. Second team All-Stater with 8. Peterson, the kick into the corner to Doe. And it'll be Brimfield ball out of bounds. I'm kind of underscoring that little three-point chat we talked about earlier. Neither team has hit a 3. Neoga 0 for 2. Brimfield now 0 for 6 behind the arc.
They're still kind of feeling their way here. This is a different kind of setting, a different kind of backdrop. Might take a while to get the shooting touch to go down.
Foul on Ella Loon is her second. She's a physical presence inside. Shouldn't be surprised. Her father, Kevin, played professional hockey for the Peoria Rivermen, was drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. Sure Dad taught her a hip check back in the day, maybe. Here's Peterson. Nice job by Neoga to keep her from the basket, but she gets it inside to Bedell.
And that's a couple times now that we've seen Brimfield be able to score off of Neoga turnovers. That has been their recipe for success this entire season.
All the way for Fear Day. Nobody stopped her. Quickly the other way, Loon over the double team, no good. Campbell there with the defense. Neoga can tie with a 3. Sydney Richards.
And Neoga, you know, they're making some mistakes down at the offensive end, but they do have some efficient possessions. When they are playing their best, they're patient, they stay calm, and they get the ball inside. They're doing a nice job down there.
And there's our first 3 of the game. Jacqueline Fabry, just her 21st of the year. Brimfield Indians back up 4. And a turnover on Neoga.
Entering the Brimfield lineup, number 5, Maddie Hessing.
A couple of new players in for Brimfield. It's number 5, Maddie Hessing. She's a 5'10" senior.
Well, we've been waiting for the three-point shot to go down, and there's the first one of the game. Avery.
Number 10, Bryn Richards, freshman, is in for Neoga. Inside again to Bedell. She gets the bucket, and she'll go to the line. Great penetration and give by Brimfield.
Well, unselfish basketball by Brimfield. See here the drive, and just smart. You know, you got 3 defenders around you. Somebody's going to be open. Neoga taking some chances there defensively and leaving Bedell open under the basket.
Just a 47% free thrower. She got the member bounce there off the back of the rim. And Brimfield matches their biggest lead here in this second quarter. Now that's the second time Avery Fearday, who has no fear, is taking it strong to the hoop. She's got 8. It just feels like both teams hit the ground running here, didn't it? There was no fear factor or anything. No.
I think they settled in well. They're playing calm, and they're being strong inside. They're not showing that fear. They're going back up and in. I think both teams are doing a nice job with poise.
Bedell scores on Brimfield's 5th offensive rebound of this game. Lead back to 7. Campbell, a little give and go with Fearday. Now it's Brimfield quickly ahead the other way. Elin Peterson waits for the defender to fly by and scores the layup.
Savvy move there by Peterson. She is a spark plug for this team.
10-2 run by Brimfield. Campbell misses the inside shot. Nice pass inside from Bedell, but Hessing couldn't convert. 9-point lead is the biggest of the game.
Official timeout.
Brimfield off and running out to a 9-point lead in the state semifinal over Neoga.
Country Financial wishes the best of luck to all the athletes here today.
This game has been so wild early, we haven't even had a chance to get to the keys to the game, Chris. Here's Brimfield first.
Well, yeah, wanting to establish that press early, that's what they do. That's their MO, and I think that they've done a nice job with that. They have created 6 turnovers for Neoga. They also want to mix it up. They've got a nice inside out between Loon and Peterson. Between those two, they've got 15 points already. Now for Neoga, they want to take care of that basketball. That goes along with Brimfield's pressure. They've got 6 turnovers. I think overall, though, they've done a nice job. Brimfield has scored off of a couple of those turnovers. And then stay in the moment. We're talking about both of these teams showing the poise, but Neoga especially, this is their first trip ever to the state finals as a program. And I think that they've done a nice job of staying calm, cool, and collected.
Brimfield takes it away. Turnover number 8. Go ahead to Hessing, her first points of the game. Now an 11-point Brimfield lead. Campbell puts it on the floor. Now dishes. It was Sydney Richards with the miss, and here come, taken away. Fearday with the steal. Richards looking for a teammate. And a nice bounce for Fearday, goes right to her. She scores, and she'll go to the line.
And not exactly how they drew it up, but nice hustle by Neoga to get that turnover and then score off of it. They need some of those plays. Brimfield's been getting them down at the other end.
Fair Day in double digits with 10. Quick moving first half here at Redbird Arena. Nice take down the lane and 2 for Jacqueline Fabry. All 7 of her points here in the second quarter. Brimfield on pace to score 80 in this one. Nice drive and give, but broken up inside by Fabry. Maribeth Dura said number 21 does the little things. That was a little thing right there, breaking up a pass that was going to be an easy layup for Neoga. Inbound to Sydney Richards, loses it. This portion of the IHSA Girls Basketball State Finals is brought to you by OSF Healthcare. When life gets hectic, you need healthcare that's easy. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care. Indians in full flight. Elin Peterson with the bucket. Honorable mention All-Stater. And it's a 13-point Brimfield lead.
Brimfield does a nice job of using the entire floor, not only defensively, but offensively as well. Nice job in transition.
Foul against Brimfield here.
Brimfield foul on number 5, Maddie Hessing, her first personal, 6th team foul.
Foul on Hessing, that's 6 on the team now. Give to Campbell. I think she could have gone up strong there, but she gets a 3-point call, 3-second call instead.
The Brimfield defense doing a nice job of collapsing in the paint, making it tougher for Campbell. She had some big shots early on, but it's been tougher for her. Brimfield really kind of cracking down defensively.
Final seconds, first half. Taken away, Moore with the steal. Well, they had more time to get a better shot than that. A little premature on that last second shot. They had 5 seconds left on the clock. Brimfield with a 39-26 lead, a dominant second quarter here. Outscoring Neoga 22-12 in that quarter. Brimfield outscoring Neoga 22-12 there.
Well, they had a nice little run there at the end. I think their defensive energy picked up, created some turnovers, it got some points in transition. Definitely liking the pace of this game. That's the way that they like to play, up-tempo with their pressure, getting to the rim. Brimfield, nice half for them. I still think Neoga played a nice half as well. I think they were calm. They were judicious at the other end offensively, and did a nice job of working the ball around.
Maribeth Dura won 2 IESA state championships as coach of the junior high teams in Brimfield. She's trying to win a state championship in IHSA ball. She's with Sarah Palczewski.
Hey, Coach, you guys jumped out massive second quarter with Ella Loon on the bench due to foul trouble. What do you kind of attribute this half to?
Maddie Hessing came in and did a tremendous job of creating energy. We got down the court a little bit quicker, and we got a couple layups, and that's kind of our game. So and I think we're a little bit more focused in the second quarter on our defense. We weren't getting back quick enough, so good team though. You know, we're having a little bit of problems with 25 being up high in her hands, so we'll adjust that. And we'll
Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, 39-26, our halftime score. Top-ranked Brimfield with the double-digit lead. Halftime coming up with Tony Cornish Jr. Don't go away.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to Redbird Arena. As you can see, the halftime score, Brimfield leading 39-26. It's a battle of Indians right now, and quite competitive as both teams are going at it, hopefully to get a shot at a state crown. Of course, they got to get through the semis first. A pretty competitive game, inside, outside game, and the play started off a little bit slow as I think the players were just trying to get used to the environment. They didn't have a shoot-around here in the building for the first time in a long time of the IHSA State Finals. They didn't have the teams come in and have a practice session inside Redbird Arena. So I think the players are just trying to get acclimated to the environment. No three-pointers. One was shot in the entire first half that we saw, maybe two, but the outside shooting was off just a tad. But the inside play was strong for both teams. But give the edge to Brimfield, top ranked there for a reason. They have the length, and they showed why. Inside dominance was, of course, very much on their side during this first half. But give the Lady Indians of Neoga a lot of credit. They're gritty as well, and they're going to compete that second half. You can count on that. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more insight and analysis of the Class 1A state semifinal here at Redbird in just a moment.
Tony, what a great first half of basketball.
No doubt about it. Pretty exciting for both teams. Of course, Brimfield, again, top ranked for a reason. They have the length, the athleticism, really dominant inside.
Absolutely, and the big part of that is Ella Loon, but she's been on the bench most of the second quarter due to foul trouble. 2 fouls there in the first half. But Sophie Fidel came in and has been playing really well, picked up the pace, kind of filled in those gaps, and now has 11 points on her own. It's
going to be interesting to see how the second half is going to be played. What changes are going to be made in this second half to try to get Neoga right back in this game, because right now the guard play is dominant, but they've got to get something going inside.
Absolutely, and Brimfield's forcing them to turn the ball over quite a bit. They have 8 turnovers this half. That's something Coach will probably look to want to clean up in the second half.
A little bit of nerves, perhaps, because this is a different environment for them. First time playing in a big arena like that. I think that played a part in that first half.
Absolutely, and Coach tried to hopefully get some of those nerves out coming here early, sitting here in the stands, just taking it all in. But now, you know, they said it was business as usual, but I guess things can change as soon as you take that court.
It's a great atmosphere for basketball, of course, and you could see the Indians going inside with their big player right there, number 45.
Absolutely, and this team has been shown that they can score inside and out. And, you know, they are making it efficient on offense during this game. Two players in double figures, so they aren't hurting in the offense either.
And Haley Campbell, she's a player to watch. She's a sophomore, 5'11", and she has shown some great court awareness out there for Neoga as they try to get back in this game and go up against the big trees, I like to call them, from Brimfield, because those young ladies, they have length and they're good.
Absolutely, and it'll be a fun second half. We're going to come right back with y'all after this.
Back at Redbird Arena, Doug Collins Court, Lee Hall and Patricia Babcock-McGraw back with you. And it's Brimfield with a 13-point lead here at the half, and they really got their game going. Their defense, we haven't really talked so much about it, but that's where it all starts for the Brimfield Indians.
Well, they like to press. They like to pressure in the half court. That has led to some turnovers by Neoga and some points off of the turnovers by Brimfield. But I tell you what, Brimfield has also been really dangerous in the paint today. They are outscoring Neoga 30-16 points in the paint. They're shooting 59% from the field. They're just getting outstanding looks at the basket, high percentage shots. They're capitalizing, so they have a nice mix of that pressure defense leading to turnovers. And then once they get into that half-court set, they're being really good at looking for those good shots.
And the other stat that jumps out to me is those points off turnovers for Brimfield, too, 15-6.
Well, we talked about that. That's their MO. They like to press. They like to pressure. They like to do it all over the floor. They've caused 8 turnovers, turned them into points. So they're being efficient not only down in the paint on the half-court set, but also off of their turnovers.
Let's go to Sarah Palczewski. She's with Kim Romack.
All right, Coach, tough second quarter there, tough half. What do you kind of say to your team to try and rally them?
Yeah, this is a place we've been before. We've been down in a couple games coming to this point. So, you know, this is a deficit we can overcome. We've got to limit their points in transition and off turnovers right now.
And you bring up turnovers, lots of turnovers from your team there in the first half. What do you have to do to try to maybe settle some of those nerves and keep those turnovers from happening?
You know, I think it's coming back out and refocusing here in the second half, knowing that we can take care of the ball and just making sure that we take care of business.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Second half action coming up next.
Prohibited.
And we are underway in the third quarter. Trish, I thought that was great what Coach Romack just said about her girls. You know, you look at what they've been through this year as far as deficits. As the first Brimfield shot of the half is no good. They trailed Tuscola at the half at the Monticello title game, won that. They trailed Effingham St. Anthony by 8 in the sectional final, won that. They were down 14 on Monday. These girls just never quit. It's kind of like they've got Brimfield right where they want them now.
Yeah, she told us that they have been down in many games and that they just never feel like they're out of a game. No quit in this Neoga team. That's kind of been a theme for them all season long, and just their determination and being able to come back from deficits. I think we'll continue to see a very calm and poised Neoga team as they try to chip away at this deficit.
Campbell can't convert. Ella Loon wants the three. It's good. She's 40% behind the arc. Second three of the game for Brimfield, and Neoga wants timeout.
Well, Ella Loon, we mentioned it at halftime, how she spent some time on the bench in that first half with foul trouble, trying to make up for some lost time. I mean, already, though, she has 14 points. Before she got into foul trouble, she was scoring at will. It's part of the reason that Brimfield has so many points in the paint. But they're showing her versatility as a player, able to hit the three-point shot as well.
The IHSA Girls Basketball Championships presented by Country Financial and OSF Healthcare. Lee Hall, Patricia Babcock, McGraw, Tony Cornish Jr., Sarah Palczewski with you. Glad to be back playing basketball in March. Been a tough couple of years.
Indeed.
Duh. Understatement of the century.
Yeah, for sure. But we've seen a lot of great, inspiring stories of resilience by high school athletes in particular, with all the different things that they've had to deal with the last couple of years just to play the games that they love. And just so happy for them that they are here looking like things are a little bit more normal, a little bit like the way that they should be. And just really excited that all of these kids and the fans and their parents, their classmates are able to enjoy this environment the way it should be.
16-point lead is the biggest of the game for Brimfield. Trista Moore, nowhere to go. Loon with a great baseline defense. 10th turnover now for Neoga.
And really, those are the kind of turnovers that Neoga cannot afford. You can't afford any, but, you know, just the self-inflicted wounds. Can't do that against this Brimfield team. Neoga really needs to be careful with the basketball down there at the other end.
Double team on Loon and a foul. It's on Avery Fearday, her second. First team foul.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful pass right into the hands of Ella Loon. Couldn't have put that in a better spot for her to just go up and in strong.
Future Eastern Illinois Panther with 16 to lead the way. Fearday turns it over. Brimfield with an 18-point lead, but don't expect them to pull off the accelerator. Ellie Doe said earlier that if we're up, we just got to keep playing our best, try not to overthink, and just keep going with how it goes and don't stop. Peterson keeping the pedal to the metal with the three.
Peterson is cousins with Ella Loon, and boy, do they give this team a nice 1-2 punch. It's the mix that I was talking about earlier, the inside and out. Loon is the bigger player at 6 feet, but Peterson just 5'5", packs a lot of punch in that 5'5", and is able to hit a lot of threes. 43 threes on the season now for Peterson.
That was a third foul on Ella Loon. Free ball for Fearday is off the mark. Brimfield looking every much the #1 team in the state. Ellie Doe for three. Rebound to Bedell. 8-0 run by the Indians to start the second half.
They have really been doing a nice job on the boards.
Loon.
That's a 6-0 advantage on the offensive boards. It's leading to second chance shots. Brimfield capitalizing there as well.
23-point lead as Campbell finally ends that run, that 10-0 run by Brimfield. Loon called for the charge. That's her fourth. Fourth personal on Ella Loon.
Brimfield fouls number 20, Ella Loon, her fourth personal foul.
She'll have to come out.
Lineup number 15, CJ.
In for Brimfield, CJ Troxel, 5'7" sophomore.
Let's see, Loon kind of just using that left forearm there to clear out space. That is an offensive foul.
Luckily for Brimfield, they've got a 21-point lead, and they can afford to put Loon on the bench for a little while. Elin Peterson has it blocked. Sydney Richards with the block. Midway through the third quarter. Trista Moore off the bounce. Good. Good defense by Brimfield, but Moore just goes up strong. Her first bucket of the game.
And you take Loon and put her on the bench. She's 6 foot for Brimfield, and that's why Neoga needs to attack the rim more like they did on that last possession.
Peterson draws the foul. It's on Sydney Hackman, her first. Second team foul. And we've got a timeout. Brimfield in control, up 19. Brimfield, after a 3-point win in the Super Sectional, cruising here in the state semifinals, up 19. Illinois State University's recent grads earned $12,000 more than the national average per year. Create your legacy at Illinois State. We've got the new format for the state finals, 1A and 2A today, 3A and 4A tomorrow, and then championship Saturday. 4 state title games Saturday right here at Redbird Arena. I know that Neoga has come back before from double-digit deficits, but this is a pretty big one. What can they do to maybe get back within single digits? What needs to change for them?
Well, I think they need to pick up the tempo a little bit. They've been very patient on the offensive end, which has served them well, but they need to attack a little bit quicker, and they need to take advantage right now during this stretch while Loon is on the bench for Brimfield.
I thought it was interesting the other night. Coach Romack said after that super sectional comeback from 14 down, Elin Peterson, no basket, called for the travel. After that win, she said, you know, we got to a certain point where we couldn't be patient anymore, and we played better. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're too patient, you get a little tentative.
Yeah, nothing to lose at that point. Off Campbell, and it'll be Brimfield ball. 0 for 4 behind the arc for Neoga.
I like the fact that Neoga is coming out and showing some full court pressure here. That's a little bit of a stimulant as well, trying to create some turnovers, trying to make some plays, trying to wear down Brimfield a little bit too.
Under 3 minutes to go now in the third. Shot no good for Bedell.
And the more that Neoga can get some defensive stops and some one-and-dones also helps the cause.
Nice take that time by Fearday. The block, Campbell gets it back and scores. She's in double figures with 10.
I like that sequence, a defensive stop and going right down and attacking the rim right away, getting that offensive putback. That's the way to chip it away at a deficit.
Fabry for three. Bedell had the rebound, lost it. Here comes Neoga. 2-on-2. Inside Campbell. Double team. No good. Nothing doing for Bedell that time. We got a foul there.
Neoga foul on Haley Campbell, her second personal. Third team
on Campbell, her second.
25.
Sydney Richards back in for Neoga.
For Brimfield, number 5.
And for Brimfield, Maddie Hessing coming back in.
Coach talked about second time they scored on that out of bounds play right over the top of the defense, up and in.
Bedell now with 13. Fearday, a little short on that one. Rebound. It'll be a jump ball and it'll stay with Neoga.
Held ball. Neoga possession.
Neoga's got to be scrappers too. Just every loose ball has got to be theirs, and they're doing a nice job of that.
Bedell swats it away. Here comes Elin Peterson. Elin Peterson headed to Lincoln Land with 11.
Brimfield so good at converting Neoga mistakes into baskets at the other end, and Peterson in particular, she has been great scoring off of turnovers, getting up and down. She has really carried this Brimfield team when Loon has been on the bench in foul trouble. Peterson now with 11 points in this game.
The IHSA Girls Basketball Championships presented by Country Financial and OSF Healthcare. Our thanks to them for helping out. Going to be a wild weekend here, and then next week we head to Champaign for 4 classes of boys high school basketball tournament action. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Different format is a big change.
Yep. All of this packed into one weekend instead of 2. We used to have 1A and 2A on one weekend and 3A and 4A on another for both boys and girls, so spread out over 4 weekends. Now we are condensed down into just 2 weekends between the boys and the girls.
Now, if I know my IHSA history, I seem to recall that back in the day when they played the Sweet 16 in Champaign, they went Thursday, Friday, Saturday also. Not quite old enough to remember that. There were no peach baskets back then. Sydney Richards with the layup.
Beautiful team basketball and nice movement without the ball by Richards.
12 for the senior. Inside, Bedell swatted away. Campbell had it, throws it away. Maddie Hessing. The tip by Richards, and it's Brimfield ball once again. Under a minute to go here now. 19-point Brimfield lead. Can't really use the nicknames in this game because who are you talking about? Which Indians? Last second shot here for Brimfield. Ella Loon on the bench with 4 fouls, their star player. Leading scorer. Peterson, pull up. Off the window, no. Will Neoga get a shot? No. We played 3. Brimfield still in charge. Neoga making a little run, but the Brimfield Indians on top. 8 minutes away from the state title game. Eight minutes to play in this one. Brimfield up 53-34. Led by as many as 23. Ella Loon still on the bench with those 4 fouls. Inside Peterson, the little scoop shot won't fall. And a battle for the rebound, and the whistle goes against Jacqueline Fabry, her first. Second team foul. Check that third team foul on Brimfield. Neoga played a heck of a schedule this year. When you look at the team, they had 7 losses in the regular season, and it's kind of a star-studded list of teams they lost to as Hessing comes up with the block.
Brimfield also bumping up their schedule. They played some highly ranked 3A teams and scoring in transition again. Doing a great job of that, Brimfield. But they played Peoria, Notre Dame, Winnebago, Quincy, Notre Dame. You know, even though they didn't win all of those games, learned a lot from those games and really kind of just got more competitive, you know, learned how to play against really tough teams. And I think that it has shown in the 1A tournament. 30 wins on the season. This team was 16-0. Brimfield was last year. Great movement in transition by Brimfield, but they kind of felt like, you know, they didn't really get a chance to show what they could do last year. They brought a lot of people back, and their theme this entire year has been unfinished business, and they kind of seem to be like a team playing on a mission this season. It's very business-like, and that's how they've been here in this entire game, getting the game started with that defensive mentality, the turnovers, the pressure, and they have just been excellent in the half-court offense as well.
31, Trista Moore returns for Neoga. Just to give you the Neoga side of things, they lost to Marshall, who made it to a 2A sectional, as Ella Loon checks back in with those 4 fouls. They lost to Teutopolis, who lost in the sectional semifinal. Tri-County was state ranked. Pena plays in the 2A Final Four today. Effingham St. Anthony, they beat them in the sectional final. Altamont was in a regional final. Effingham is a 3A school. So a pretty strong schedule. Bedell draws the foul as she goes to the bucket.
Well, I think that when you're a coach and you can identify that you've got a special team, a talented team, you want to try to schedule as tough of a schedule as you can, really challenge your team. And even if the result is some losses here or there, those losses are really going to prove beneficial in the lessons that your team learns and the toughness that your team gets from those kind of games.
Wow, Ella Loon called for the offensive foul. Very quickly picking up her 5th. She's gone for the day. 18 points for the 6-foot senior.
This is going to be a long 6 minutes for Ella Loon for sure.
Jump ball call. Good defense there by Ava Hines, 22, the freshman who checked in.
Nice. A double team there by Brimfield trying to tie up the basketball.
Our consolation game in Class 1A is 7 o'clock tonight here at Redbird. A foul before the shot. Bedell's second. That's 15 foul on Brimfield Indians. Baseline jumper is no good, but Moore gets the foul. She'll go to the line.
We've seen some jump shots here from Neoga, and I would at this point really like to see this team attack the rim and try to score and maybe get even 3-point opportunities. A few too many jump shots at this point in the game for Neoga.
Fourth quarter free throws presented by OSF Healthcare. Campbell gets the rebound, draws the foul. She'll go to the line. Good effort by the sophomore. I really liked her today.
Yeah.
Would have liked to see more of her if I was Neoga, I think.
Well, Kim Romack, head coach of Neoga, told us that she rebounds like a beast, and they're picking up an offensive rebound, but she just is a nice inside presence for Neoga.
Maribeth Dura calls a 30-second timeout. Take a look at our Menards in-game summary. I can tell you it's going to very heavily affect Brimfield. You can take a look. Neoga's shooting percentages come down a little bit.
Yeah, that points in the paint continues to be heavily in the favor of Brimfield. Remember, it was 30-16 at halftime. Brimfield has continued to add to that. It's part of the reason that they are shooting 52% from the field. They are just attacking the rim, getting in the paint, getting really good looks at the basket.
And you get a good look at the 5'11" sophomore, Haley Campbell. Man, she really gets it up there, doesn't she? Nice arch on the shot. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say she's got a pretty bright future. Brimfield turns it over. Bearday for three, the first three of the game for Neoga.
And falling down, too, not balanced, but had the strength to get that shot up and in.
$18-point lead for Brimfield. Their leading scorer, Ella Loon, on the bench. 5 fouls. Campbell, nice defense, getting around front as they try to get it inside to the freshman, Ava Hines.
And I think that's exactly what Neoga is going to have to do, is to try to take some risks defensively, get in the passing lanes, try to go after that basketball, make a play happen. They need possession of the basketball.
Brimfield wisely content to milk a little clock here. Up next, number 4 in the state, Galena, against number 6, Serena, number 6 in the final poll for high school girls 1A basketball. Elin Peterson. Now Bedell. We run off just about a minute here. You can see the discipline. You can see the skill as they move the ball. Peterson, that's her shot, but it rolls out. So many buckets in the sectional, or the super sectional rather, against Oakville, where she penetrated and got that layup shot. Hackman for 3. Here comes Neoga.
Good time to start racking up those threes. Nice inside out. Neoga with their second 3 on a 6-0 run.
Back with 15, only 3:32 left. Brimfield's lead cut to 15. That doesn't sound like much, but they were up 23 at one point. Learn how Illinois runs on homegrown corn at www.watchusgrow.org. And our country financial player of the game is Ella Loon, 6-foot senior, 18 points in this one. She's fouled out very early, but we saw her 3-level game, Trish. She can fake, drive, shoot. She can score inside, intermediate, or outside.
Yeah, as everybody else was kind of settling into this game, Ella Loon really just came out of the gates on fire. She was hitting her shots, the long-range shots, getting to the rim with ease. And these are going to be the longest 6 minutes of basketball of Ella Loon's life. But she took care of business for her teammates early. You mentioned 18 points. What I like about those 18 points is that she was 7 of 10 from the field. Really, it didn't ever take a bad shot in this game. You know, the foul trouble, problematic. She spent a lot of time on the bench. So if she can keep herself free from fouls moving forward, wow. I mean, that just, you wonder what this Brimfield team can do with her on the floor full time.
Nice give to Ellie Doe, the junior, with 4 points. Well, Maribeth Dura says Ella Loon is just a terrible matchup for other teams. She's just, like I said, she can score from anywhere. She's kind of a point forward. It's hard to stop her when she can do, you know, you take one thing away, she's got 2 other options.
And the contact there.
Bedell gets her own rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Bedell adds height to this Brimfield team. I mean, they're a pretty big team for Class 1A. That got Bedell at 5'11". Of course, Loon is 6 feet. Fabry is 5'9". And then that really works wonders in their pressure as well. They're able to get their hands all over the place, cover passing lanes, cover a lot of ground with their length.
Sydney Richards has it knocked out of bounds. Actually, she lost it out of bounds. It'll be Brimfield ball. Well, this has kind of been what Brimfield has gone through in the postseason. The super sectional was kind of the exception to the rule. Double-digit wins all the way on the road to state.
I think Brimfield just does a nice job of cutting to the basket. It's a motion offense. Everybody involved. Nice teamwork on this offense. They're always looking for each other, always willing to pass up the basketball. Been really impressed with Brimfield's offensive attack here from start to finish.
Maribeth Dura will tell you that if one person's not scoring, other people pick it up. 15 now for Avery Fearday.
A really balanced attack. After Loon, who averages about 20 points per game, a lot of other people up there statistically with very similar stats. Everybody on the floor for Brimfield feels comfortable shooting the basketball.
Try to go inside to Fabry. Campbell comes up with the steal, but she stepped out of bounds. Of course, what's going on out here today is not going to take away from what Neoga felt on Monday when they won the super sectional. They've only had 5 coaches in school history. 4 of them were there for that game. Pretty incredible. And, you know, Kim Romack said it's a program win. It's, you know, it's built on the players that came before who never made it to state. It's for these girls, obviously, and it's for the kids coming up who will be playing for Neoga in the future as both coaches here go to their bench.
Well, and I think that you mentioned it earlier, is that she told us that it felt like the entire team was at that super sectional. They've got a great crowd here at this game, a small town atmosphere. Everyone's into the team, very well supported. They've had a great run this season.
Let's run down the new lineup for Brimfield. 23 is Olivia Kappas. 3 is Taylor Wewell. She's got the ball right now. 22, Ava Hines was already in. 23, Olivia Kappas taking it to the bucket, and she'll get free throws.
Foul on 22, Allison Sampson.
Foul on 22, Addison Sampson, her first. So it'll be 1-1 for Olivia Kappas, the 5'5" sophomore. Fourth quarter free throws presented by OSF Healthcare. Also in for Brimfield, 25, Sienna Meyer. For Neoga, it's 15, Natalie Odell. That's Adelie Osborne with it now on the baseline. Allison Sampson is in there. She gets it back. Allison Warman is number 11. I think we've got everybody. Carly McKinney's 33. Okay. And the turnover. So Brimfield is going to go to the state championship game for the first time in school history. We mentioned earlier they made it to state in 2009 under former coach Jim Blaine and finished 4th. Jim Blaine did a great job with the Brimfield program, and Maribeth Dura just picked it right up and hit the ground running.
And they've kind of had that target on their back, finished as the #1 team in Class 1A, 30-win season. We mentioned it before, last year being 16-0 and kind of feeling like they had unfinished business. No state tournament last year. They wanted to show what they could do, and they have kind of been on that path all season long and weathered almost every storm and came down here and played an excellent semifinal today. Still shooting over 50% in this game. It's been really clean. Very impressed with Brimfield and their poise and the way that they came out here and just played their game. The defensive pressure leading to easy baskets. Exactly the way that Brimfield wanted to play this game today.
3 girls in double figures led by Ella Loon. She had 18, Elin Peterson with 11, Sophie Bedell with 16. So pretty good balance there for Brimfield. You know, it just shows you the versatility, the deep lineup they have as far as sharing the basketball, and you can't shutting down one person won't help you.
Oh, they've got a pretty deep team, absolutely, and that was proven with Loon on the bench. Other people stepped up. I was really impressed with Peterson. Of course, we mentioned that Elin Peterson and Ella Loon are cousins, and they make a great 1-2 punch for Brimfield. And when one of them's down, the other one seems to pick up the slack. And I think Peterson had a great game today, kind of keeping things steady, especially when Loon was on the bench. Peterson finishing this game with 11 points. 7 rebounds and 8 assists. She really did a nice job of just doing a little bit of everything for Brimfield today.
See if you can follow me on this one. Elin and Ella are cousins. Elin and Olivia are cousins. Ellie and Maddie are cousins. So it's just a family affair, and the coach's daughter is the assistant coach. All Brimfield in a 60-44 win, sending them to the state championship game on Saturday, an 11 o'clock tip here at Redbird Arena. You know, sometimes you wonder about polls and different things, but Brimfield very much looked like the #1 team in the state here today.
They absolutely did. I think they did a great job just coming out strong, setting the tone. They did that with their defense. I thought they looked poised at the very start, continued that all the way through. Didn't even miss a beat, really, when their star player, Ella Loon, went out multiple times with foul trouble. Just did a nice job of kind of flexing that #1 ranked team in the state muscle.
Brimfield's headed to the state championship game. Sarah Palczewski is with Brimfield's coach.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here with Coach Mary Beth Thoreau. You know, Coach, state finals, you guys did it. Big win here tonight. How are you feeling?
We're feeling really great. This is what we worked for all year long, really for the last 2 years. But yeah, we're really excited. We're so happy and fortunate that we're here and that we're going to be playing in the championship game. And, you know, I'm so glad that everybody saw a little action today. So, you know, stepped up, got into a little bit of foul trouble, and, you know, it pretty much went in seamless. We were still right there scoring, playing defense, so it was a good day.
Absolutely, Coach. And, you know, I'm also here with Ella Loon. Ella, our player of the game. Fouled out, though, but, you know, still a big game. You know, how are you feeling still about your game?
You know, I just fouled out, but I'm really proud of us. You know, the people who came in, they stepped up and they played as hard as they could, and they really contributed. We just kept saying we're so close to getting to that championship, and we did it, and I couldn't be more proud of us.
Team motto is unfinished business. You guys have a chance to win a state title. What is that feeling like for you?
Oh my gosh, it's unreal. You know, this has been our dream since freshman year, and we didn't get that postseason last year. So we really have unfinished business, and we can't wait to play on Saturday.
All right, thanks, Ella. Congratulations.
All right, Neoga Indians against Brimfield Indians, and Brimfield comes out on top. Again, 3 girls at double figures, led by our Country Financial Player of the game, Ella Loon. Pulled away in the second quarter and never looked back. They are headed to the state championship game, where they will play the winner of Serena and Galena. That game is coming up next here from Redbird Arena.
And once again, welcome back to Redbird Arena. What an exciting game 1 in Class 1A state semifinal. Brimfield getting the job done. And top ranked for a reason. Wow, what can you say about their interior players playing well? 3 players finished in double figures, led by the all-state performer. And, you know, just a total team effort from top to bottom. Good to see some of the bench players get in at the end and get a little time on the court, because Saturday, 11 a.m., when they play that state final, that may not be the case when things get a little heated out on the court. But, again, a great game played by Brimfield. Unfinished business is their motto this year, and you can see why. They have an attitude when they're out there on the floor to get things done. Again, 60-44, your final was game 1. Brimfield taking that state semifinal game. Again, they'll be back on the hardwood on Saturday, 11 a.m. in the state championship game in Class 1A. Galena and Serena are coming up. Of course, 31-3 Galena. Serena checking in at 33-2. They'll be tipping off right around noontime here at Redbird Arena. It's going to be pretty exciting to see them in action as well. A lot of the fans are coming in right now, and it's going to get heated out there on the floor. That's what you got to love about this environment here at Redbird. Glad and happy to be back inside. Everyone enjoying high school basketball the way it should be in March. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more from the campus of Illinois State University, Redbird Arena, in just a moment.